What's going on, guys? Stony Rob here, back for another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, because mine is going amazing like every other day. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the different weed dealers I've encountered over the years. There might be some I skipped over, and if so, just drop them down in the comments below. So let's start off, man. Without further ado, let's get it. Let's start. Let's go. Andale. So let's start off with the scammer dealer. This is the type of dealer to scam unsuspecting teenagers and even adults with his bunk weed. This is the type of pot dealer who often mixes tobacco with his pre-rolls and forgets to add the final gram of weed to his ounce just because he's a complete dickhead. The scammer dealer has no clue what his strains are. He just names a bunch of random weed names and always claims they're a strong indica. Just cause indicas are often, couch locking, and it often has a general weed sensation. You can recognize this dealer by the way he dresses. He probably looks like a swag fag from 2012. A little bit like Wiz Khalifa from 2012, you know what I mean? Baggy pants, a hoodie, snapback that says swag on it, that sort of stuff. Next up, we have the medicinal dealer. This dealer always comes once in a lifetime. He has a medical card that lets him get a bunch of dank ass weed and grows plants in his own home. He most likely doesn't need the amount of weed he gets, so he starts selling them to people at very high prices. But there's an exception to this. Some of these medicinal dealers get their weed for free, so they sell it in bulk quantities at very low prices. But this sort of medicinal cheap dealer is very rare. To be honest, you will never be disappointed in this sort of dealer, but the prices, like I said, can be very high just because of the medical title it has. The medicinal dealer almost never leaves his house and always makes you wait hours on end to pick up your kush. Like, you probably texted him at 11 a.m. and he only answers at like 4 p.m. and he says, alright, swing by. You swing by, you're waiting in your car for another hour before he says, oh, you can come inside. You can often recognize this dealer if he has any physical disabilities or maybe a war vet, because that's oftentimes the people that have free medicinal weed. Simple as that. Oh, and let's not forget, this dealer might just disappear on you for a few months just because he doesn't feel like selling weed. Because, he gets his weed legally, but selling the weed is illegal. So he might just decide one day, oh, fuck it, I'm never gonna sell weed again, and just start back selling weed. So these medicinal dealers, like I said, come once in a lifetime. We also have the gangster dealer. This dealer is what you expect from the name. He's fast and reliable. If you call his number, he answers all the time. This dealer never misses an opportunity to make a sale. You'll always find this dealer posted at the block. He might be scary at first, but once you get to know him, you realize that he's nicer than what you think, right? But just don't get on his bad side, because he probably will fuck you up. Eventually, this type of dealer is gonna disappear just because he's gonna either get caught by the police, get robbed, or moved on to selling something a little bit more profitable than weed, that good old sniff, You can recognize this dealer often with a wife beater and sweatpants on, but that style isn't limited to baggy jeans or even the drippiest drip out there. You also have the paranoid dealer. This dealer is always paranoid. Like the name states, you never get to have a conversation with him. All he does is toss you the weed and you have to quickly give him the money. The paranoid dealer never scams his clients out of fear of getting robbed. There isn't much to say about this dealer because he makes sure you don't know nothing about him. You can never really recognize the paranoid dealer because he's wearing average Joe clothes. So, like I said, nothing to know much about him. Let's not forget, you have the Reggie dealer. This dealer claims to have the best kush out there for low prices. What you don't know though is that this dealer buys outdoor weed in bulk and splits his weed in ounces and calls every ounce a different name. You never really want to buy weed off of this guy unless you're really down bad. If you do buy off of him, expect to receive a lot of social media messages from him because he's always trying to sell his crappy weed fast and for cheap. You'll often recognize this dealer with having a little pinch of hair, pimples, and driving a car that's like 15 years old, probably a Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla. This dealer probably still lives with his parents, most likely in the damn basement. Finally, you have the loud dealer. This dealer simply has the best and the loudest kush in the whole city. His prices are extremely high, but are always worth it. This is like the military grade 5A weed. One puff of this is gonna send you to Mars. He has the best kush out there, sells it in like Pyrex bags that are like vacuum sealed. You get the drift. This dealer never negotiates his prices and stands firm but what he sells. You can probably find him driving around in the BMW or Mercedes Benz that he took out on the loan, because he doesn't actually have that sort of money, but he needs to maintain the image of somebody who sells extremely good kush. Well, this is my list of the sorts of dealers you're gonna find throughout your life. I didn't want to invent anything, and I didn't want to like lie or some shit like that, because these are the ones that I've experienced and saw with my own eyes. There's probably some out there. There's probably like the kid dealer. There's probably like the Windex spraying dealer. You know, there's a bunch of other sorts of dealers, but I've went through the ones that I've experienced myself because it's more genuine, if you know what I mean. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then drop a like, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. We beat the algorithm. YouTube is hating on the weed community, so let's show them that we're the best. So hit that like, subscribe. This is Stony Rob, and you know the drill. I'm out.